Remember when President Obama's former campaign advisor David Axelrod said this?
You know, we have a large government. Part of being president is there's so much beneath you that you can't know because the government's so vast.
So vast indeed, from issues like the IRS targeting Obama's political opponents to delaying Obamacare's employer mandate till 2015. Could it be that we're seeing a government that has bloated to an obscenely large level and become profoundly incompetent? Joining us to weigh in is Roy Murdoch. He's a syndicated columnist and a Fox News contributor. Roy, I like your thesis from your piece, which is maybe the core problem with government is it's just too big to do anything well.
Even if you like the things that Obama's trying to do,
right,
they're just not getting done. For example, if you love Obamacare and you think this is what America needs, we've now had this employer mandate pushed back till January 2015, conveniently enough past the midterm elections.
Yes.
You've got all these exchanges, which are supposed to be the sort of engine room of this system. We have 34 states that are relying on the federal government to help them set up these exchanges. They still require 85% of the steps to be completed between now and October 1st. I think that's highly unlikely to happen. And you have a new problem called rate shock, where people are suddenly discovering what they're going to pay next year. So if you're a 25-year-old non-smoker in California, your insurance now options are going to go from up about 100 to 123%. If you're a non-smoking 40-year-old in Virginia, the cheapest plan you can buy is going to triple. So this is supposed to be the so-called Affordable Care Act. Doesn't sound very affordable.
So you're right. Today, if you're, for example, a middle-aged non-smoker in Virginia, you can buy coverage for $63 a month. Mm-hmm. Under Obamacare, your cheapest option, $193.
Yeah, so it's going to triple.
So, like, what's the point of that?
I don't know what the point of that is.
The point of that is to subsidize people who've made less healthy choices.
Yeah, some people will get subsidies, but a whole lot of people are going to be paying more, and ultimately it's going to come out of somebody's taxes somewhere. So it's just a disaster.
So your point, again, is that this is inevitable. It has nothing to do with bad intentions. This is just what happens when you get a government this big.
It's what happens, and I also think that, look, whether you like or dislike these programs, we should expect a certain basic level of competence. So, for example, with the Edward Snowden thing, whether you think Snowden is a hero or a villain, we should expect when our government decides that they want to bring this guy in as a fugitive that they would get the paperwork right. He is known by the people in Hong Kong as Edward Joseph Snowden. Our paperwork to them said Edward James Snowden and Edward J. Snowden. We did not put in a passport number. We did not revoke his passport. So the Hong Kong authorities said, well, we don't know what to do. They called the DOJ and said, would you please explain what's going on? Nobody at DOJ called back. Off he flies to Moscow. Again, basic competence says if this is the most wanted man that who America wants to find around the world, we get the paperwork right. That didn't happen.
You know, if I employed an editor like that, I'd probably fire him. And isn't that part of the problem, is that nobody ever gets fired from unionized public sector jobs?
There are no repercussions. So, for example, the Witness Protection Program includes some terrorists, who cooperate with us. Two of them have vanished. We know where they are. Some of these people were on the no-fly list.
For real?
For real. Some of them were on the no-fly list. Well, they changed their identities. Guess what? They forgot to put their new names on the no-fly list. Some of them actually got onto aircraft, including some who had aviation training, bomb training, and some who had been involved in bomb attacks. Again, basic competence says, okay, if we take this guy, we change his identity, add the new name to the no-fly list. That doesn't happen because, as you say, people don't do it. No one gets fired. Nobody gets demoted.
In the private sector, in the private sector, this would happen for about 20 minutes and it'll be over. Roy Murdoch, that's fascinating.
It's great to see you.
And sad. Great to see you. Thank you very much.